Good morning and happy Friday, you guys. Hello, hello. I am so happy to be here this morning. I missed you guys last week so much. I've got my coffee and I'm ready to chit chat. So you guys let me know when you come on. My name is Tracey Bellion. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I own a furniture refinishing company called Tracey's Fancy, or business. It's not a big company. It's little, it's me. But we meet here every Friday morning and talk about good health and healthy choices and good living. So Lonnie's on this morning. Good morning, Lonnie, and good morning, Sue. How did I get so lucky, Sue, to see you here and on Whimsical Wonderland and Tracey's Fancy too. Good morning, Lonnie. I'm so glad to see you on here too. I need to get you in my group, girl. It will bless you in more ways than you can imagine, right, Sue? Lonnie is wanting to join our group. Tell her how wonderful it is. It really is. Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, Mia. Yay, Lori. Hello, Lori. I know, Lonnie, it's no pressure. I really know how much you would love this group. It's an amazing group of furniture painting enthusiastic women. Anyway, I missed you guys last week. I'm so glad to see y'all on here. I didn't announce ahead of time that I wasn't going to be on last Friday because I really had hoped that I'd be able to swing it. And I just couldn't. I ended up traveling at the same time and went alone, so I wasn't able to get on. So it made us miss a week. And I feel like, does anyone have littles? Anyone have people that they're trying to get into school? People, kids, grandkids, I don't know. You helping out getting anyone into school? Good morning, Lori. Third week, Mia, on AIP. Woo, girl, tell us how you're doing. Tell us how you're doing. Let me know. Let me know, are you, who just said that? Let me see. Teresa, you are so welcome, honey. You are so welcome. Someone who spoke with Corinne. Someone spoke with Corinne, my nutritionist, who I need to talk to. I haven't talked to her in forever. Juicing honey, is that what you're saying? You calling me honey, or you're juicing with honey? Juicing honey and feeling better. So you're doing, Mia, you're juicing, but you're also doing AIP. Is that correct? So you're juicing in the morning for your morning dose, and then you're following the AIP protocol throughout the day. Is that what you're doing? Let me know. And let me know, are you able to follow anything on traceysfancy.com on my Fancy Food Friday page? Or, oh, you're calling me honey. Thank you. I call everyone honey too, but we were talking food, so I wasn't sure. I'm like, does she mean honey or am I honey? I wasn't sure. Yeah, let us know how you're doing that, because not a whole lot of people in this little group that meet here are following the AIP protocol. Oh, good morning, Liz. Miss Liz, I'm so glad to see you on here, juicing and AIP throughout the day. Mia, I am so proud of you. Good morning, Denise. Thank you for sharing, Lonnie. You guys, please share. Please push that share button. All you have to do is push it. I would really appreciate that. It gets the word out to some. I feel like I'm hunkering down. Let me tell you what I got. I got a new light in here instead of my big ring light, which is huge, and I have to pull it out. And a lot of times on Friday mornings, I'm running late, and my ring light is just a lot of trouble. So I got a small ring light that sits on my desktop, which is great. It's a little low. But I got these new tiny little tripods. They sent me two. I only ordered one, but they're this big, which is so cute. It's so funny because my other tripod is, 6 feet tall. So I wanted to do everything right here on my desktop. So I thought I'd try this morning, but it doesn't get any higher. Oh, wait, does it have telescopic legs? I thought it would have telescopic legs, and it doesn't. So that's as tall as it goes. So if I sit up how I normally do, this is how I am. And I need to be like this. Plus, because I'm, vain. Good morning, Tammy, and good morning, Lachelle. Good morning. And Lori, good morning. Lori, you tried Dixie Belle? I know it's not food related. We can talk pain on here too, because there's a lot of painters on here too. Really? So, and you really liked it? I hope you're saying like, you want to say, I really liked it. It's such a good paint. It's so good. And I'm so glad you tried it. The coverage is what is so good to me. The coverage and the pigments, the color pigments. The coverage is amazing. Good morning, Susie. So anyway, because I'm vain, not really. I mean, I am vain a little bit, but I'm learning to just not care. But, I try not to get y'all at this chin level because yes, I have lost a lot of weight, which is a great thing, but I've got this gobble gobble thing. I think it happens anyway. I mean, the double chin does, but like there's a lot of extra wiggly skin. So I try not to let y'all see that. So normally I shoot from up here. Come on, you got to admit, that looks better, right? It does. It looks better. But here we go. We're down to my little tiny tripod. There it is. Just being real. So I'm hunkering down. I don't usually. So anyway, let's get on. Let's talk. Teresa said juicing and AIP. Let's see. My second round, I'm also using the Juve Light. Is that how you say that? Juve Light for thyroid and mitochondria. And I have not used that light. I do not know about that light. Or actually, I think you might have told me about it, but it's not something that I researched. I did not research that at all, and I would love to know more about that, and people on here might want to know more about that also. So yes, AIP is autoimmune protocol, and oh, good, Lori. I'm so glad. Think you've lost more since the last time I saw you. Okay, yeah, I have lost a little bit more. I'm trying not to. Good morning, Julie. Good morning. I need the light. Wish we had paint that would get rid of gobble gobble. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Or didn't people in the old days used to sleep with like a chin thing on them? I think my grandmother did it for a while. I think she tried that contraption. My grandmother also had that. My grandmother was also about the size of this tripod, okay? Now, she's not my biological grandmother, but she was my grandmother I was raised with, and I was like, you are so skinny. I mean, like, seriously, she was skinny. She didn't have any meat on her bones. I don't think she ever did. And I'm the oldest grandkid, and I can remember when she was, 40, and she didn't have any meat on her bones. And she had one of those contraptions. Who knows this? Y'all give me hearts if y'all know what contraption I'm about to talk about. It jiggled. Did your mother, maybe you had one. I have some ladies who are older than me on here. Maybe you had one. And am I getting some hearts? I think Linda just gave us some hearts. I think Linda Whiting's on here. Oh, we got some hearts. Yes, it jiggled. It was that thing. It was a belt jiggler, and you stood on the platform, and the belt went around your butt or your hips or your waist or wherever you wanted to put that big wide belt, and you'd turn it on, and it would jiggle you. Do y'all remember that? Oh my gosh, I loved that thing. I think I was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 that I can recall. I can remember. Yes, Lachelle. Yes. I can remember. Julie, your mom had one at the beauty shop. That is funny. Yes. Alyssa, you would go to your grandmother's neighbor's house. So yes, she had one, and I put it on. I loved that thing, but we were short, so we put it around like our shoulders and our chest. And Linda, you said not that old granny had it. You're so funny. You're not old. But I mean, my mom, I think that you're my mom's age, and I think she could have had one. I mean, I was like 5. My mom just didn't because, I don't know. I don't know why my grandmother had it. It's so funny. Your aunt does anyone still know someone who still has one of those? The rollers that you sit on. Okay, she didn't have one of those, but I do know about those. That jiggle thing, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, it's not going to get rid of the fat, right? But it did increase circulation because, your derriere especially, like my grandmother worked for my grandfather, so she sat at a desk all day. And so she I don't know, that's where she would put it, was on her butt. And Tammy, your aunt she still has it? Oh my gosh, are you kidding? If I knew someone who still had that, I'd be doing a live video on that thing so fast. I would have that, I'd put it on and do it. Because I think it just hits home for so many people that have those memories of being a child and knowing someone who had one of those things. But I do think that it increased circulation, which is always good for any area. I mean, that's why we go get massages, right? I mean, massages, besides the fact that they just feel amazing. Oh, good. She's putting the light link on there. You guys, she's putting this infrared light therapy link on there. And I've heard a few things about it, but when you got in trouble, they would yell at you and their voice was funny. Liz is talking. Okay, back to the light. I'm going to follow that link and look at it. And I'm also going to do a little bit more research on that because I just haven't. And I don't know that much about that. Liz, you're saying so you would get in trouble while they were in the machine. I don't remember honestly, I don't know that I ever saw my grandmother in the thing. I don't know if I ever saw her in the machine. I have some personal old contraptions that we could talk about if y'all wanted to. Do y'all remember something called an epilator? I think it was called an epilator. Hey, Pam. Hi, honey. Good to see you, hun. We were just chit-chatting online last night, right? We were talking paint last night, talking about the Tiffany blue color called the Golf. Okay, yeah. So do y'all remember something called an epilator? It was a hair remover. I used to teach aerobics for years. I taught aerobics at some of the local gyms here in town. And I had, my people that would always come to my class, and I had this one lady, and she was like, you have such a great personality, and I think you would do so well selling this product. And she talked me into going on Saturdays and Sundays. I would go to Dillard's in the perfume department or the cosmetic department. Who isn't already intimidated by that department? I'm always intimidated by that department. Like the makeup department, it intimidates me. I don't know. I just walk through without looking at any of the women. I'm like, don't look at my face. Don't look at my makeup. I don't wear makeup. I don't want to look at your perfectly put on makeup. Does anyone else feel that way? Those, man, I love online shopping when it comes to makeup. Yes, Julie, it hurt like hell. It did. That thing, I don't know. So anyway, I was intimidated by the makeup department anyway, which y'all aren't giving me hearts, but I know y'all are. I know most people are. It's a thing. People write about it. It's a thing. Pam, they want you to buy one right now? People still make them? Are you serious? Linda, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, yes. So y'all are intimidated by the makeup department. So I show up, I think I'm in my 20s. I show up in this department, which I was intimidated back then too. Yes, Mia, exactly. Why is that? And Julie's sister is big time into what product, Julie? Anyway, that's her job, is in those departments like that. I mean, I don't think she works at them anymore. She oversees all those departments, but I forgot what her product is. It's a good one. So I show up and I'm like, hi, I'm going to just stand out here in the aisles. Okay. Y'all don't mind me. I'm going to sell this hair removal. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to try to talk people into let me have their arm so I can yank hair out of their arm with these vibrating, rotating wires that pinch and yank. And it was horrible. It was like a pain contraption. It was so stupid. Yes, she's an executive. But hasn't she always been in those departments, right, Julie? Didn't she start out like as one of the girls in those departments? Yeah, I sold a few, I think, and they were expensive, y'all. Back in okay, so I'm in my 50s. That was 30 years ago. So 30 years ago. Christine, hi, honey. Good morning, hun. Oh my gosh, Christine, I just saw your comment right now about my photo that went out last night on Facebook with me holding my fat, chunky cousin, when I went to deliver the growth chart and I got to hold my little fat, chunky cousin's granddaughter, and you made the comment about Matt, and he's just on his eyes and his hands, I died. How am I supposed to respond to that, Christine? You are so funny. I love you for putting that on there. I love you for just being raw and putting it out there, but I'm not going to respond to that. I'll respond to it right now. Yeah, you're right. He's like, it's crazy. I mean, he's that way anyway, but now especially, I'm like, oh, please, babe, please. Anyway, okay, we're not going to get into that. So yeah, that back in the day, that was 30 years ago, I think they were $95. I think those things were $95. That is a lot of money to tell someone they need to spend, and they need to spend it on this thing that's going to yank the hair out of their legs. However, it isn't yanking the hair out of their legs until they grew their leg hair out really long and looked like a monkey before it could even grab a hold of those. So that was one of my first selling gigs outside the house. And you know, now I don't sell crap unless I believe in it and I've used it and I like it and I enjoy it and it brings me all the good vibes, not the bad vibes. That was just me. No, did I say my fat chunky cousin? No, not my fat chunky cousin, Pam, thank you. Woo, erase, rewind. No, my cousin's fat chunky grandbaby. My cousin's name is Tina. Tina'd be like, Tracey, you call me fat and chunky on live. No, Tina, no. I called Aniston, they call her Annie, fat and chunky, and she is fat and chunky. Sorry. Thanks, Pam, for catching. So anyway, yeah, that was that product. So anyway, back to health and beauty our way. No epilator. No, Liz. Hi, Liz, honey. No epilator in my house. Oh, I had one. I got one. She gave me one for free. And maybe that's why I did it. And yeah, I wanted to say, Lachelle, in that post, I wanted to say something like, I wish it was, I can't stand hunkering over. Y'all hold on, give me a second. I wanted to say something like, I wish these rolls were this cute on women. Yes, Tammy, no, it wasn't electrolysis. I know what electrolysis is. It just yanks your hair out. Hold on. This is driving me crazy. I'm getting a little tray. I'm getting a little tray. I don't think it's going to help much. I'm getting my mother's silver tea tray that sits over there on a table. And my globe sits on it. That a friend of mine. Oh, Lord, I almost lost the phone. Okay. Let's do that. I don't know if that helped. Oh, that's better. Okay, the pic of the baby made me giggle and brought back memories of my baby girls when they were chubby. I know, me too. And I had one granddaughter that was that chunky. My other 3 grandkids were not that chunky. And I love the big babies. My boys were like that. My boys were so fat and chunky. I always feel like the bigger the baby is, like the bigger, chunkier they are, the taller they're gonna be. Because I feel like they have all that skin, all that fat that can stretch longer and longer. So God's just given them a lot up front because he's like, you're gonna be tall. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think. Anyway, okay, this was better. So back to AIP. I'm so proud of Mia, and oh, I dropped the other name. There's someone else whoever followed Corinne. Are you on here today? Please let me know if you're on here. I'd like to know who that was. So I just received a message Facebook message from someone day before yesterday that said that they had reached out to Corinne and that they're going to be working with her, and she was very informative. And if y'all don't remember who Corinne is, she was is my nutritionist. She's still there if I ever need her for anything, but I'm kind of been on a roll now on my own for about how long now? Almost 10 months, 9 months. So I'm doing pretty good. I did, y'all, I tried to add the almond and wasn't sure how that went. And then I said I was going to try it again in a week or so. And then I haven't tried an almond. And I haven't tried anything new past the nightshades, and I failed the nightshades reintro. But hey, I wanted to tell y'all, remember I got an Instapot and I hadn't used it. I bought the Instapot so I could make yogurt. I haven't made yogurt yet, but I did use it last night for the first time because I have felt guilty that I told you guys I ordered it and was gonna try it. Carmen, bless you, Carmen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, I haven't seen you on here in forever. Yes, there's been a lot of transforming going on right here, inside and out. All for the good, all for the good. And I am comfortable in my place. I'm comfortable in my journey. And there's a lot more journeying to happen, a lot more journeying with a reintro of foods. And I'm gonna just keep on doing this Fancy Food Friday and take y'all right through that aspect too. Just haven't really started that yet. Good morning, Teresa. Good to see you, honey. Good morning and happy Friday. Lori's saying good morning. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I got my Instapot and I used it last night because I'm like, crap, I'm going live tomorrow morning. I still haven't used it. It's been 2 weeks. My husband's used it. I hadn't. So at 10 o'clock last night, I had not had dinner. I've had a busy week. I'm working plus keeping both of my grandbabies this week because their preschool is not open yet, and the mamas are needing the school to be open. One of them is a teacher, and yes, Teresa. I only used it last night, but I made a soup. I had kind of a headache last night, which I'm not a big headache person at all, but I've had this shoulder neck stiff thing. It's not a pinched nerve that I'm used to feeling. It's causing stabbing pains to come up right here, but I think it's secondary to this issue. I'm not sure. It's not really pain. It's just this constant shock thing that keeps happening. Someone hardly recognized me. Wow, who said that? Tension. Oh, Elon. Hi, Elon. Oh, y'all. Everybody say hi to Elon. Elon, Tammy, I know I'm not tense about anything, really. I'm not. I think that it is muscle tension. I think I slept weird one night a few weeks ago or something. I'm not sure. I don't feel like it's allergies. But anyway, whatever it is, for the first time in my life, I'm having these shooting pains, and they're happening right here. So thanks y'all for saying hi to Elon. Let me tell y'all who Elon is. Elon, if such an unusual name, was one of my furniture shippers. He worked for a company for a long time, and then he started his own. And he would come cross country from East Coast to West Coast, and he would come through Texas and pick up my furniture in healthier, try kefir, liquid drinkable. Linda, you're talking about instead of yogurt? Is that what you're talking about? I was gonna be making the coconut yogurt, my coconut milk yogurt. Is what I was gonna make. But yeah, kefir, I can do kefir too. But wait, why did I think kefir was a milk product? Can I do it with coconut milk? I need to be able to do it with coconut milk. Anyway, Elon picked up my furniture. He was just a regular. He just came and picked up my furniture all the time for years, like several years. So anyway, how funny. Good to see you on here, Elon. Very good. Anyway, so my Instapot, so it was like 10:30 last night. I'm like, I am gonna make something. I want soup. I need something warm and cozy. So I made, okay, good, Linda. Thank you. Have you done that, Linda? Let me know if you've done it with coconut milk. So I made a cauliflower soup with something I've never used, because y'all know that I also try to always use something new so that I can share it with you guys. I bought and used fennel. Has anyone used fennel? I know, isn't it a cool name? I like it too. Have you used fennel? Show me some hearts if you've used fennel. Let me see some traction go across. Has anyone bought, not used like a fennel powder or whatever, but have you cooked with fennel? Oh, Nancy's on this morning. Nancy, why do I get the kefir confused, Nancy? Because I haven't made it and I haven't tried it. That's why, right? Okay, so someone's saying that they've used fennel. Well, yes, Sandy, you have. It's an Italian herb. My mom cooks with it all the time. So Matt said that he'd used it. He's like, well, I've bought it before. And I was like, why have you bought fennel? And he said, because I tried to make my own deer sausage that one time. Sandy, you can roast it. So let me ask you guys, can y'all teach me something here? I used the big bulb. I bought fennel. I bought the whole stalks. It was, all that pretty leafy stuff. Sadie was with me and she was like, what is that? What is that hairy? What's that hairy thing? Margaret, I'm not on the keto diet, but very, very, very similar to keto diet. I'm on the autoimmune protocol diet, which is a very strict version of paleo, which paleo and kennel. Oh my gosh. Kennel would be keto and fennel combined. So, deer sausage. Yeah, right. No, really, he was. Rob, he really was trying to make deer sausage. He did try to make his own deer sausage. It goes on sausage and spaghetti. Rob, hi, honey. I'm glad you're on here. It's fermented dairy, not an AIP. So, Mia, if I did it with coconut milk, though, could I do it that way? Linda's saying that I could. So anyway, AIP is a very, very, very strict paleo diet for people that have autoimmune disease, which I have. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, honey. I haven't answered your text yet. I don't know anyone looking for a breakfast set and a buffet. However, is it your buffet? Text me and let me know what you're going to ask for it, because I could use that buffet for one of my classes. Let's see what all this is. Elon, needed you yesterday. Oh my goodness, y'all are like, I love this. Got to run, make a delivery. Glad I got to see you too this morning, Lonnie. And you keep working hard, girl. Your stuff is looking amazing. Oh yeah, Tammy, you could have used Elon. He's amazing. Elon, tell us what you're up to. Are you still shipping, Elon? Are you still doing that anymore at all? I've never found another shipping company. I use Plycon every once in a blue moon, like maybe once every few months, and that's it. I have a local person who ships locally for me, but not far away anymore. Anyway, so let me tell you about my soup. It was so easy. I sauteed, I love the pot because I just put my coconut oil in it and put my onions in there, chopped up, push saute, and it just sauteed my onions, right there in that pot. Then I added garlic, diced garlic, and or chopped up garlic. What else went in it at the beginning? I think that was it, just the onion and the garlic. And then I added the fennel. I chopped up the fennel bulbs. And then I added my pound, a whole head of cauliflower, the florets. I added those and I sauteed those, which I guess that pot, when it sautés, it does the whole entire thing. So anything that's touching the metal kind of sautés. So I did that, and then I added my coconut milk and bone broth and some sea salt, put the lid on it and pushed soup and cooked it for like 20 minutes, and it was done. And then you're supposed to blend it. You're supposed to put like an immersion blender in there and blend it all up so it makes just like a liquid, like a creamy liquid soup. But I didn't. I wanted to leave mine chunky. I wanted to have big chunks. So I just left it like that and just stirred it up real well. And I know I have a bunch left over, so I'm probably gonna have it for breakfast when I'm through talking to y'all this morning. It was so good. Now Matt ate it. Now remember, Matt's palate hasn't changed. Matt still eats. He's not on AIP. He still eats days every day. He probably has something he shouldn't. He still eats sweets. He's diabetic. He shouldn't, but he takes pretty good care of himself, and his diet's pretty good. But your palate changes. When you go AIP, your palate completely changes, and you really start to taste flavor in things that most people think have no flavor. And he tasted it, and I said, well, what'd you think? And he goes, I can't taste it. And I go, no, what does it taste like? I mean, he goes, I can't taste it. It tastes flavorless. He said it was flavorless. So not a great selling point for you guys, but I thought it was delicious. So I did taste it and thought it needed maybe a little bit more sea salt, but I had a half a lemon sitting there. So I squeezed a little bit of lemon in my bowl and stirred that in. I love lemon or lime in everything. I thought that was really good. So, Sandy, root vegetable roast. So sweet potatoes, onions, asparagus, fennel, Brussels sprouts, any roots. So really, so I can just roast those in the oven just like I do my sweet potatoes and all my other vegetables that I roast, my beets and broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. Wow, I didn't know that. I'd love to add a new vegetable. I feel like I'm really stuck on the same vegetables. I feel like I'm really stuck on the same foods, but I'm still very satisfied with that. But I think for my body, it's so important to change it up. You know, we got to eat the rainbow. We need to eat all the different colors. And I get really stuck with like the greens and the oranges. Reds is really just strawberries. And then I eat red apples, which I don't even know if that's considered a red. So I throw beets in there every once in a while, especially in my juice. I do love beets in my juice. But I'm going to try those roasted. I just didn't even think about that. Pam says she found an amazing shipper. Dennis Merrill transports pets nationwide and furniture. Pam, will you share that will you share Dennis's information with me, please? You know, I took my furniture off Etsy about 2 years ago, so I've not really needed a big nationwide shipper. And then if people contact me to paint furniture for them, they are shipping it to me and back. So I've just been letting them use their own, but there are still some times, and I use Plycon. They're very expensive. They're very good. They're very, very good, but they're pricey. And so a lot of times when I give a client a quote, it's too it's like they're like, well, that's too much. So yeah, I would love an individual very, very much. Thank you, Pam, for sharing that with me. Could you just message me his contact info? Thanks. Thank you. And any other furniture painters on here who might want it might like it too. So thank you. So anyway, what I think I will try though with the soup today, I have a lot of leftover because it ended up just being me eating it because Matt said he couldn't taste it, which was such a weird answer. I can't taste it. I did buy some of the grass-fed, no antibiotics, all natural ground beef. So I think I'll saute that up in a skillet and then add that to the soup. I think I would really like it to have some meat in there. Tammy, yes, so Tammy, I'm sorry, there's been a lot of comments today, which just warms my heart, but those are comments I'm gonna have to go back and read. Tammy, okay, AIP, go to traceysfancy.com. Okay, that's my website, traceysfancy.com. If someone can put the link in here, that's great. Otherwise, I'll do it afterwards. If y'all will just share my link. There is when you go to my website, on the front page, on the landing page, there'll be a section that says Fancy Food Friday. Click on that and it'll take you to every bit of information I've ever discussed on these lives, and it will explain what autoimmune protocol diet is. It will give you an example of what I eat every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I give you examples of grocery shopping lists. I give you examples of things that I make juice with and things smoothies that I drink on a daily basis. I have smoothies every day. I make salads every day. It tells you what my favorite meals are. It tells you some product. If you really are going to do AIP, it is very, very strict and you have to be very disciplined. You just do. But don't not try it because you think that you will fail at it. I do recommend just trying it. And if you have a bad day and you cheat and you fall off the wagon, just start again, because it's thank you, Lachelle. Thank you. It's a very, very healing diet. It's all about whole nutrition and whole foods. It's not vegetarian. It includes meat. It includes vegetables and fruits. And if you really do it and you do it very strict, you really can eat. I don't count anything. I don't count carbs. I don't count calories. I just eat whole. I don't eat anything processed at all. I don't eat anything out of a package except plantain chips. And plantain chips have 2 ingredients. They're plantains, or 3 ingredients: plantain, sea salt, and coconut oil. So that's out of a package. And I eat these little paleo balls from a woman who has autoimmune disease, who has a company that makes these little balls, and I eat those. So yes, it's Autoimmune Protocol. Love your juice with avocado. I know, isn't it? It is so good. I love putting avocado in my smoothies. It makes them so smooth and you don't taste the avocado. And then someone on here shared with us a couple weeks ago that while the avocados are so great this summer, go ahead and buy them and peel them and cut them in half and freeze them. Put them in a zippy bag and squeeze lemon juice over it and then freeze it. Just a little bit of lemon juice. It keeps it from turning an ugly color. No, I do not eat soy products. I do not eat any soy at all, Sandy. Not on autoimmune protocol. You squeeze the lemon over it, put half of it in a zippy bag and put them in your freezer because you know in the winter the avocados suck. They suck. And she said you can pull them out and just add them right to your smoothie, or you can pull them out and let it thaw on the counter in the bag and it doesn't turn dark. I haven't tried that yet, but whoever this was that shared this with us said, yes, that works. And you can pull it out and chop it up and put it on your salads once it thaws out. And it's a good avocado. Not like the nasty avocados that taste like water over the winter that are hard as a rock and won't ripen, you know? Not all of us can be like Sue, who has hundreds of avocados in her yard that grow on a tree. I know, Debbie, isn't it? I had no idea. Okay, so Tammy's saying, I freeze them. It works. I had not done it. So I now have them frozen for my smoothies, but I've yet to pull one out and thaw it. Anyway, the autoimmune protocol diet has made a world of difference in my life. Most people see that I've lost a ton of weight, or that my skin looks better, or that they can tell that I feel better, and that all is true. But what I believe has really happened is that it has completely cleansed my entire body, my cells. Other than, I don't put any type of pollutant in my body at all. Every single thing I eat has nutritional value, and every single thing I put in my mouth is going to benefit me in some way or another, or I don't eat it. If it's not going to benefit me, I see my food as my medicine, and that has completely changed my body chemistry. It's changed. I just have a lot less issues. I feel so much better. My joints, okay, now I do have a hair issue right now, you guys, but this is all part of my sickness and part of my treatment. And I know that I've talked with you guys about it. I'm wearing these bands, I'm wearing hats. My hair has thinned so much that you can literally see my scalp through my hair. So I do not have alopecia. I'm not losing it in big chunks. But I was on high dose of steroids because of my autoimmune disease for about 8 months, and my body became very addicted to that. Your body stops producing things on its own, and it becomes very addicted to being fed those steroids every day. And then when you stop, your body goes into, I guess, like a shock, and it can affect you. Withdrawal was not fun. It was not a pretty time, but I've been off now for, I guess, about 7 weeks, and about 2 weeks in to being off, my hair started falling out like crazy, and my skin needed a really good overhaul. It really, protein. Steroids really affect the integrity of your skin and your hair and your nails. So, hi, Linda. Tricolored powder. Reason, would you tell me about that? You know, it's so funny that you said that, because I am using, I did speak last week, and I was out of town, and I spoke with a hairdresser. She's been a hairdresser for years, and she did look at my hair, and she said, okay, you do have a great amount of hair loss. Literally this tiny little bit is all that I have left, and it's kind of hanging over real thin areas. So this is all super thin, and underneath I don't have much at all. So she said, honestly, you really should probably just cut it like off, like cut it down to a cute little short haircut all over. I was like, I'm just not ready to do that. I'm not there yet. Maybe I will be. Maybe this will just be too much of a pain in the butt. But I did cut it right here, cut it super short. And I'm just going to wear hats. And my daughter, who's 11, she's like, Mom, you rock a baseball cap. And so I was like, yes, I'm just going to wear a baseball cap. But I can't always do that. But I did buy dry shampoo because she told me not to wash my hair, only wash my hair every few days. And, but she did tell me to brush my hair every single day. 100 brushes, like Marsha Brady always said on the Brady Bunch. Marsha Brady always said, brush your 100 strokes every day. So I have brushed my hair with a bristle brush 100 times a day at night before I go to bed. Because she said it stimulates, like we talked about the jiggler machine, it stimulates blood and it brings a lot of blood flow to the scalp that we're not used to getting because we don't really touch our scalp very much, and you need a lot of excess blood flow to the scalp. So I've been doing that, and thank you, Linda. Thank you. Sandy, y'all, I've never had short hair, ever, ever, ever. I've never had short hair in my whole life. So, and I don't mean short like a little short. I'm talking like she wants me to cut it like that long all over, which I love when women do that. I love it. But, oh, Autumn, you're so sweet. Autumn's on here. Good morning, Autumn. Hi, honey. Oh, Autumn is a wonderful new friend, and she is she's my daughter's good friend's mom. And her daughter they're kind of new to the area. They moved here in April, and we met through school. And I love you, Autumn. And then in addition to that, she's a furniture painter. And things have been kind of crazy. We haven't got to spend a lot of time together unless it's with the girls. But I look forward to spending some time with you, Autumn. And I'm so glad that you're on here. Thank you. So anyway, so someone said to use colored powder. I don't know anything about that, but I'm using dry shampoo, and I noticed, that puts powder in your hair, and I'm like, wow, it really does, it makes it look a little thicker, so I don't know what this colored powder is. Someone had theirs Halle Berry short. Okay, Halle Berry could lose her nose and be perfect. She's so cute. Do not cut. The reason's saying do not cut. Blood flow is great, so I'm doing that. Reason, you are so sweet to share all that with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm not wigged out about it, you guys. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care. It's temporary. Oh, and then the hairdresser also said I had it pulled over like this, but with no band. And she said, I don't know if you can see, but have you been able to get in the light just right and see in the mirror? You have a halo around your head. You have this fine halo. It's sticking through your hair. It's a little halo. Your hair is about that long all over. So I've got tons of new growth, she said. So I'm super excited about that. I'd already noticed it one time. So that's good. It's coming back. Whatever. It's just a moment in time, right? Just a moment in time. So I don't remember how we got off on that. I don't remember. Woo, I'm like all over the place. Someone asked me if I had, what AIP I have. Autoimmune hepatitis. I have autoimmune hepatitis. So, what that means is it's my liver, and my liver was really sick and really sad and really pissed off. And the autoimmune disease was just in there cranking away, just giving it all kinds of hell and building all kinds of scar tissue. And may still be, don't know, right on the brink of cirrhosis. This was silent, they think, for probably about 10 years. It was evident in my the way I felt as far as autoimmune. I felt crappy all the time, but I had not been diagnosed with autoimmune disease. And then I got really, really sick, and then found out that my liver was super sick. So that's what it was. So I started the autoimmune protocol diet so that I could just basically help shut down the autoimmune disease by itself, in hopes that that would help it make it leave my liver alone. But in addition to that, I also did the steroids with the modern medicine, which really worked. I mean, the steroids are kind of a bitch, but they do their job. They really do work. They just unfortunately destroy a lot of things in the process. But I wouldn't have lived very long if I didn't help my liver out. So I had to do the steroids. So I did that. But in addition to that, I'm not on steroids anymore, but I am on an anti-rejection medication that is called Imuron. And it is a medicine that they give people who have had like heart transplants or kidney transplants or liver transplants. It's one of the anti-rejection meds that people take. It kind of acts like a steroid, but it is not as detrimental to the rest of your body as a steroid. So I'm on that for the rest of my life. I am so blessed, you guys, that I am able to tolerate that medication. A lot of people that I know that have the same thing that I do, actually not a lot, a few people that I know, because it's actually kind of rare, autoimmune hepatitis. They're not able to take this anti-rejection medication, and they're also they don't do well on the steroids at all. Like, they blow up their hands and their feet, and their skin just is destroyed. And I was really blessed I didn't have that happen, but I'm not kidding you guys. I really believe it was autoimmune protocol diet. The minute I started that medicine, I started this diet, and I feel like that helped me detox my body and helped me support what the steroids were trying to do, but also support the rest of my body, so that the rest of the cells in my body, so that I was feeding the rest of the cells in my body, so that my steroids would not destroy them as much as they would have had I not been doing that, and my cell structure was really fragile, and my body was really fragile and sick like it had been. So I feel like I was beefing it up on one side while I tore it down with the steroids on the other side, and it just kind of made a nice balance. And yes, Teresa, exactly. And I just did not have that happen. Now, I do know that I did have a little bit of puffiness to my face. And people thought I didn't gain any steroid weight at all, but I do think I had about 10 pounds of steroid weight on me, because when I stopped the steroids, I lost 10 pounds within 4 weeks. So, and was not trying to, because I don't want to lose 1 more pound. So that's what the last little drop off that people are noticing. I think that's because I stopped the steroids. So I was holding a little bit on. My mom was on them for years. She looked like a different person. I know. I know people personally who are on steroids for other issues, and it's the same way. But I don't know. I just feel like if they would be on the if it's autoimmune disease, which is why they're on the steroids, if they try the autoimmune protocol diet, it would really help offset some of that. But everybody has to come into it on their own. I can share my story, but I'm not going to push it on anyone. I can live and just be the example, but I can't push it on anyone. And anyway, I need you guys to share so that people can hear, so that they can hear that, being on those high doses of steroids just doesn't have to be so debilitating if you just feed your body at the same time the way that you should. So, Leslie, you are so welcome, and thank you for being here. I did think I know. Okay, so I know that y'all are all sharing lots of information about my hair. So thank you so much. And Marie, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for sharing all of the hair information, and I will go on and read that. But I have to be super choosy. I know that Monat, I have a friend who is a Monat distributor, and she has shared with me her information. And if I choose to use it, I will go through her. It's an all-natural hair product. But I did go with Beauty Counter, is who I finally made the decision. I think it's been about 5 weeks that I've been on it. It took me a long time. It's an investment into me. It does cost a lot of money to make that switch over. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the Beauty Counter products. I have not pushed them at all because I like to use my products first. I'm about 5 weeks in, and I've got a real testimony with these spots that are coming up right here. I've watched this happen over the last 5 to 6 weeks that I've been on them. I have not missed a day on Beauty Counter. I use the nighttime regimen and a morning time regimen, and then I wear just the light natural makeup. And it's all natural, and I knew that I needed to make that switch over, but I had made such huge changes in my life with meds, and then was going through the mental aspect of it, and then I made all the changes in the food, and I was like, okay, next is going to be what I put on my skin. So then my stepsister started sending me product that she was making at home for my body, but not anything for my face. And so I finally made that decision while we were on vacation it was July 4th. So yeah, I think it's been about 5 weeks that I've been on it, and I love it. My daughter Haley is on it, and I will share more about that. If anyone wants to know, just shoot me a message. I will share my link with you guys. I went ahead and signed up so that I could share the product and do it kind of like as a business, but I'm not going to actually work it. I'm not going to have parties at my home or do lots of live feeds about it, but I will use it. And most importantly, I'm here to talk about nutrition and what you put in your mouth, but what I put on my skin is also so important, you guys, because my liver filters everything. My liver filters everything I eat, everything I touch, everything I put on my skin, everything I put on my hair, everything I smell, the candles that I burn that I should not burn in my house, the paints that I use, the fumes that I smell, all of that is filtered by my liver. And I need to be my liver's best friend. I need to be my liver's advocate. My liver has been my advocate for my entire life, but I need to be my liver's advocate now. And I will have another liver biopsy in probably June. Next June. So I have a little less than a year. I'm going to have a second liver biopsy, and it will tell me then if I've been able to stop the process of the autoimmune disease in my liver, or if I've actually helped it and been able to help heal it with God's blessing, that it will have maybe some of it may be healed. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going for that it's being healed. So anyway, so if I can't go to that biopsy and not know that I've done absolutely everything I can to make myself better. So I had to choose the face products, and I chose Beauty Counter. There's a couple of companies out there I could have chosen. So I chose Beauty Counter, and I really, really love it. And on another day, when we can talk about it from the beginning, because today I've missed you guys from last week. We had catching up to do, and then I wanted to talk about my Instapot. So I will talk to you guys about my Beauty Counter and what it has done, and I am the perfect candidate to give it a try, because my skin on my face was so destroyed from the steroids. I went to have a facial done the week before I started Beauty Counter. I had already placed my order, and I went to get my facial done, and the guy was like, I don't know. He's like, what are you doing? And I had to tell him I've been on steroids. And he was like, okay, that makes sense. He said, your skin is peeling like an onion. It is. He said, I can't even do extractions like on your blackheads or whatever, because he said, I will tear you. I can't. Your skin is in such a fragile state right now. So I knew that it needed help. And so he said, you need to hit it hard. Some of these all natural products on your face are too gentle. You need to hit it hard. So I've been doing rejuvenation through Beauty Counter, and I am so excited to tell you what it's done for my skin and some of these dark spots. So I'll share that with you guys next week. Okay. It's also amazing to rub on my liver, area, and bottom. Oh, I can't wait to read that. I love essential oils. I do doTERRA. I am a firm believer in it. I put them on my wrist and my soles of my feet and my back and my right here every single night before I go to sleep. I use them to help with this headache thing I started yesterday. And I also use the Citra Blend for uplifting feeling every single morning. Plus it smells amazing. So thank you I will go back and read that. I want to go back and read that. Okay, so that's that, you guys. We've had such a good talk on here today, and I'm so glad that we've had a few people on today who are doing AIP. That is so exciting to me, because I love meeting with all you guys, but those of you that really decide to do AIP just thrills me. It just thrills me. It's going to change your life. It will seriously change your life. It's going to change the way you feel, and I'm so happy for you, and I'm glad that you've made that decision to do something for yourself. So, what is this, Angie? Blah, blah, blah. Leslie saying Beauty Counter for others. Thank you. I actually am a Beauty Counter distributor. So Crystal is on here, and she is my sponsor. So I will share my link with you guys too. So y'all, I'll put it in the comments. And if those of you that would like to learn more about it, or that would even know that you want to order, please let me know, because I would love it if you would go through my link. I would very, very much love that. And the same with doTERRA. Good morning, Nini. Oh, and Nini's on, you guys. Nini's doing really well. She's feeling so much better from her fecal transplant that I did from the hospital parking lot. So y'all all tell Nini good morning. It says Jane Baker. Jane Baker. Y'all, I'll give her a shout out, tell her good morning, and thank you all. I told her she had so many people praying for her that day. She had a really rough day that day, and I told her, you've got complete strangers praying for you, Nini. She was like, I need to be on a prayer chain. I'm like, girl, you are on a huge prayer chain. And it was a rough transition for a few days, a lot harder than her first fecal transplant. Tammy, I'm reading just a few. No lesions. None so far. None that I have so far. I'll read that in a little bit, Tammy. Thank you for all your wonderful information there. Anyway, but she's doing much better and she's feeling really good. So she's kind of back now to the same place she was after the first one. So that's we're holding on to that it's going to take this time. And I think she actually had to drop off a sample. And then they'll run a test on that and let her know if they are still picking up that bacteria or not. So unless you know, Nene, you don't know yet, do you? Wasn't that just yesterday morning or was that day before yesterday? Was that Wednesday or yesterday? Let us know if you've gotten an answer on that yet. So anyway, otherwise I'll talk to you in a little bit, Nene. We're going to be seeing Chrissy later today. Okay, well, I'm going to go, guys. I might have a granddaughter coming this way. I'm keeping her for several hours today, and we've got to also take Zadie back up to the junior high to walk the schedule because she starts junior high on Monday. Our school doesn't start till Monday, and those of you who already have kids back in school, good for you. Sandy saying she got back from Missouri last night with a new baby. Oh, yes. Okay, Nene doesn't have an answer on her stool sample yet. And Sandy got back with a new baby, but it's not a baby. It's her puppy, and he's 36 pounds. What kind of dog is that, Sandy? Hurry and comment. Hurry, hurry, hurry. It's this big, fluffy, furry dog that she drove from New Braunfels, right? All the way to, I think, Missouri. Pick up. Connie, did I already tell you good morning? I didn't see you on here. Good morning to you, honey. I don't know if I said that yet or not. Wow, we've had a great group on here. A Newfoundland. Yes, a Newfoundland. I'm so happy for you, Sandy. Oh my gosh, you got a new baby in the house, a big, furry, 36-pound baby. Those dogs are just beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, y'all. Well, y'all have a wonderful... Oh, Connie. Yeah, sorry. Connie sent me a message about a new pizza crust that I think Green Giant, was it Green Giant's coming out with? A new cauliflower pizza crust, a frozen pizza crust, so that you're not at home having to make your own cauliflower pizza crust. I very much miss pizza. Unfortunately, Connie, I went to read the ingredients and it is not AIP friendly. So yes, if you're paleo or keto, is great for that, but until I get some reintros, I can't use it. It still has it has rice flour in it. It's 80% cauliflower, if I remember correctly, and then it has 20% other products, and one of them was like rice flour and another was I think it might have had palm oil or vegetable oil or something like that I couldn't use. But yes, I did want to give a shout out about it. For those of you that want a frozen cauliflower crust, they may have already launched it. It sounded like they hadn't launched it yet, but that they've been working on it for months because it's such a popular thing. And now you'll be able to just buy one ready-made frozen. You don't have to make it in your kitchen anymore. So look for that. Look for that, you guys. Oh, Linda, bless your little heart. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate that. And little Miss Becky, I need to text her because I'm supposed to be doing a wall for her laundry room, but she never got me the measurements. And then I saw a comment, she's like, I can't wait to get my wall. And I'm like, I need the measurements, Becky. So yeah, I need to text her. Connie, I would love to see you. I know, I hate that I missed you this last time, but you had gone to see one of your kids, right? You were gone. So yeah, I was there for 4 days. 4 days, woman. I will let you know that. I sure will. Okay, y'all, we really are gonna go this time. So I love you all. Thanks for all the wonderful information. We'll talk beauty counter and we'll talk maybe some hair product next week. And then anyone that you know that is suffering from autoimmune disease or just wants to feel better and wants to, or is interested in looking into a healthier way of eating, please share this video with them and have them join us on Fridays, okay? Mia, stick with it. 3 weeks down, girl, you're doing great. Oh, here comes my dog. They're awake now. Okay, love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.